No better conversation to have on the Friday afternoon after Christmas than how to stop attracting avoidant partners. Wow, this is such a near and dear topic to me. Why? Because my track record is attracting avoidant partners. And you know why? It's because of my father wound. So I'm gonna pass on some information to you guys, how to get out of this toxic pattern. And guess what? It begins with yourself. Everyone's favorite answer. It begins with yourself. Repeat after me. It begins with me. It begins and ends with me, okay? So where's your power in this? How do you know when a relationship is truly good for you and if it is just playing out old patterns? I really want to dive into this topic today, give you some clarity and tips, and most importantly, how to get out of it, which I'm going to be giving you tools to get out of it and some really good questions to ask yourself to get out of it, all right? And I want you to journal about it, because if I tell you to journal about anything, it's for a good reason, all right? So if you don't know me already, my name is Grace Moralia. I specialize in trauma healing, subconscious reprogramming, and limiting belief work. What I do is help you get to the core root of your inner wounds that block you from being your truest, most authentic self, and also that block you from living your soul's purpose. So what I help you do is get clarity on your soul's path, your purpose, help guide you in that direction, and also teaching you how to heal yourself from the ways that you are not living your purpose, or that you are stuck in old patterns or your past and old realities that are not reflective of where you want to be, whether that be in your relationships, your relationship to yourself, your career, your home situation. We really can dive into any part of your life that is just not in alignment with where you know and you're called to be, because I know if you're watching this video, then you are called into a higher purpose. You are here for a higher mission, and whatever that means for you. And so it's so important for you to gain your power and to really step into it and create that life that feels good for you. So if you're interested in working with me, you can text my business phone number below. Check out my website and testimonials for more information. If you would want to, just send me a little bit about what you're working through and then what you want to work with me on. And I do online coaching programs and in-person retreats in Sedona, Arizona, if that calls to you, based on trauma healing, subconscious work, and helping you live your life purpose. All right, so please like and subscribe if you like my energy. Let's get into it. I appreciate any comments and all the likes and everything like that. I really do appreciate everyone who watches my videos. All right, let's get into it. Why do you keep attracting avoidant fathers and how to overcome it? I wrote notes. So let's go back to this. Do you feel like what you need is too much in your relationships? What you need and what you want is too much? Are you living in hypermasculinity, picking up the scraps from the other person's shortcomings? Are you the one that picks up the scraps from the other person's shortcomings? Are you the one that's always ready to mend, always ready to give, always ready to love, and you don't feel like you're fully reciprocated? All right? Which one of your parents did this to you? I'm gonna talk about the father wound in this, because I'm gonna assume that it's gonna be a father wound. Why? Because let's break this part down. When your primary caregivers are showing you, from especially between the ages of 0 to 7, when your subconscious brain is forming their truths, their inherent truths about your reality, which is what happens during that time, the patterns that your parents are showing you that you are worthy of is what you're believing. So you are primarily attracted to what was shown to you in your primary years. So you know why? Because your subconscious is trying to prove itself worthy to that pattern still. Your subconscious is trying to prove itself worthy to dad still. If your dad was emotionally avoidant, you attracting avoidant people, this is just the first layer, is the reflection of your subconscious trying to prove that it is worthy to dad still. When you had an avoidant dad, Everyone in your reality is going to mirror dad. Everyone. You're going to spend your whole life proving that you are loved to dad through other people because you never felt seen. You never felt valued. You never felt emotionally met. So, what do we do about this? I want you to notice yourself first, because you might be like, oh, fuck this. Why do I keep attracting avoidant partners? Well, you need to see where you're carrying these tendencies in yourself. Where are you emotionally avoidant? Where are you avoiding your emotional needs? Where are you avoiding deeper levels of commitment in your life? Because that person is mirroring to you your lack of commitment, whether that be within your own healing or within that dynamic specifically, or to some parts of yourself. When you get into these relationships, what pattern are you reaffirming that you are worthy of? Through the action of getting into avoidant relationships or being attracted to some type of person that embodies avoidance, you are reaffirming a pattern to yourself. So what pattern are you reaffirming? And there's another deeper layer to that. What emotion is being triggered through the connection repetitively that your nervous system is addicted to? And I bet that it is abandonment, and I bet that it is unworthiness. All right? We are typically attracted to people when we want to learn a lesson with them. There is something there that we are seeking to learn. That's why we're attracted. So you can actually ask yourself before you jump into it, what am I attracted about this situation? Is it actually for my highest good? Does it feel good, or is it reaffirming some sense of a pattern? And you can catch this stuff early. My thing is, I'd rather integrate my patterns inside of my being instead of getting in relationship with someone that really just shows the same avoidance and triggers the same pain points that I've been dealing with for my whole life. But yes, it takes discernment to see that for yourself. Underneath the pattern that you are reaffirming in this relationship, you ask yourself, this is the key, what does my inner child need in this dynamic? What is my inner child looking for? What am I looking for healing around? And then focus your energy on pulling your energy back to yourself and pulling that emotional space back to yourself and healing that so that you don't tolerate it. Because there are parts of you that are unfortunately still self-abandoning when you allow this pattern to repeat. And so you think that it's love, and you think that, but is it supportive to you? Is it supporting you? Is it reciprocal to you? Does it see your value? Does it want to love you back? Does it want to show up? And I don't want to hear those bullshit excuses of, he could if he would, no, he would if he could, and blah, 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 blah. What is he doing? What is your partner or a lover mirroring to you that shows you where you're still unhealed from the past? And you need to purge that from within you so that you can let it go and grow and reclaim your energy from that pattern. That pattern lives in your energy field. That is why it repeats. Our wounds live in our energy field. Our beliefs live in our energy field, which is why we attract what we attract, which means that all of our power is within our centeredness and awareness. You don't have to accept it, but you have to face it. Why do you secretly like it? Okay, why do you secretly like the pattern? What are you getting out of repeating this dynamic? Even if it's just a series of a spiral feeling of victimhood, even if it's just that, okay? You need to see why you secretly like it and what you're getting out of it in order to get out of it, because underneath that weird kinky thing that keeps playing this energy out, is a part of you that desperately wants love, and that's all that it wants. And this is the type of work that I help you get into in my one-on-one coaching programs. We're literally identifying the root of your inner wounds on a soul level that you're holding on to that prevent you from living your true soul's purpose and mission and your highest self, and really helping the world in the way that you know you're supposed to be helping. Because in order for you to really live your purpose, you have to clear out the old, you have to make space for the new, and that's how you free yourself, is clearing yourself from the past, letting go of the past. And also, I help you get clarity about where you are going, connecting to your soul, opening the channel, really feeling divinely aligned. So all of that, I give you tools, I guide you through the subconscious practices that you can continue for the rest of your life. And we really go into various details of healing these things and really helping you become embodied in your true self. So if that interests you, text my business phone number and we will talk about it and see if it aligns with you and me, all right? So, is it affirming your unworthiness wound? Probably. Unworthiness wound is the biggest thing that I see as an issue besides abandonment. All right. So let's say you feel unworthy secretly about this dynamic, or you feel like maybe you're getting these scraps of love because it reminds you of getting the scraps of love from dad, and something in your nervous system is, addicted to that. Okay, where do you need to love yourself into a new pattern? What does it mean to love yourself into a new pattern? What does that mean for you? All right, where do you think that you are too much? Where are you letting people make you believe that you are too much? Were you told that you are too much? As a child or somewhere in your life that really stuck out to you, maybe it was a teacher. If the emotional unavailability is there from the other person and you're not getting the communication you need or the nurturing at the deep level, there's nothing you can do to prevent that person from showing up that way. But you have to love yourself enough to really get fucking clear, which is why I gave you those questions. If you go back and write them down and actually reflect on them, you can see the core of my work is getting you to see the root of your wounds and your beliefs and the things that keep you out of your power, so that you can just see it clearly. Like if you ask the right questions and go back and do those, you'll see, why am I still doing this? And then that's your key out of the pattern. You don't want to try to change the other person. You need to change yourself, and then stop accepting that type of dynamic. But energetically, you will stop attracting it if you do the inner work. It just goes out of your reality, and every relationship that you receive after doing your healing work will continue to get better. And I can tell you that from experience. My relationships continue to get better because of my devotion to my inner work and soul's growth. It's just the way that the spiritual path and evolutionary path works. That's why I'm so grateful for it, but you have to be willing to face it. So why are you accepting it? Stop accepting your dad in many other forms. How does this video land for you? I hope this is supportive. The only way out is through. And let me know in the comments, all right, if this was helpful. If you want to work with me, reach out, and I love you. Okay, bye.